The law is an instrument of social control. Law is necessary to regulate the human conduct. It is very difficult to control the human conduct in the absence of the law. Generally, wrongs are basically two types: the civil wrong, criminal wrong. Criminal wrong is known as offense. That is against the interest of the state. Though the injured party or the victim is an individual, but the interest of the state is involved. That is why it is treated as an offense. In case of offense, then the wrongdoer, technically, legally known as accused person, will be punished. Generally, the victim or injured party will not be compensated. Whereas in case of civil wrong, the victim or injured party or aggrieved party will be indemnified by the wrongdoer, or he will be compensated by the wrongdoer. The very object of the civil law is to make the good loss caused to the injured party. Therefore, in case of civil wrong, the injured party will file a suit. The injured party, legally known as plaintiff. The injured party, legally known as plaintiff. And wrongdoer is known as a defendant. In case of any loss to the individual, he will file a case in civil court. But there are defects in civil procedure. One is, in order to file a case, he has to pay court fees basing on his claim amount. If amount is increasing, then court fees will also be increase. He has to pay court fees first. One thing. Second is that it is very expensive. Second is he has to engage an advocate. The party cannot argue directly in the court. He should engage an advocate, for which he has to pay some amount. And the third is that with regard to civil matters, the justice will be delayed. Sometimes it may take 10 years, 15 years or 20 years also. So therefore, in civil law, there are defects. One is expensive, second is justice will be delayed. To overcome these problems, the parliament thought that we will bring a legislation to protect the interest of the consumer. So with this, the parliament has brought a legislation which is known as the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Then what are the advantages of this legislation? One is there is no need to pay court fees. Even the claim may be 5 crores, no need to pay court fees, except the token amount like 100 or 200 rupees. If he is civilly claimed 2 crores, then he has to pay 25,000 or 30,000 basing on the rules. But here no need to pay court fees. One. Second is that he need not engage an advocate. He can submit his arguments on his own. The third is that generally the judgment will be given speedily and time bound. So these are the advantages that are available under consumer protection. So therefore, every injured party will try to get benefit under this act. Every plaintiff wants to claim benefits under the Consumer Protection Act by filing complaint before the consumer court. However, the benefits of this act are available only to consumers, not to all injured parties. Therefore, the term consumer gains importance under this act. Unless he is a consumer. He cannot file a complaint before the consumer court. Then who is a consumer? The Act defines the term consumer under Section 21D of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. So technically speaking, Clause D of subsection 1 of Section 2 of the Consumer Protection Act 1986 defines consumer. So therefore we have seen whether the injured party is a consumer or not first. If he is not a consumer, the act is not applicable. So therefore the first question to be decided is that whether the complainant is a consumer or not. Then according to the act, consumer consists of two parts. One relating to goods, second relating to service. Consumer is defined in the act with regard to the goods and with regard to the service. First we will take up consumer in relating to goods. Consumer in relating to goods means buyer of the goods is a consumer. Who buys goods for consideration is a consumer. And the user of the goods with the permission of the buyer is a consumer. There are two things. One is buyer of the goods is a consumer. Second is user of the goods with the permission of the buyer is a consumer. It means a thief who has stolen a cell phone while using it buys and causes injury. He is not a consumer. Thief is not a consumer because he is using the cell phone of the others without permission. Then he is not a consumer. Who is a consumer? Either buyer of the cell phone or user of the cell phone with the permission of the buyer is a consumer. So with regard to the goods, who is not a consumer, that is also important. If the goods are purchased for three purposes, one is resale, is not a consumer. And the second is that when the goods are purchased for commercial purpose, he is not a consumer. One is that if the goods are purchased for resale, he is not a consumer. If they are used in a commercial way or commercial purpose, he is not